The Soul is a 2020 American computer-animated fantasy comedy drama film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. Directed by Pete Docter and co-directed by Kemp Powers. The film stars the voices of Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey, Graham Norton, Rachel House, Alice Braga, Richard Ayoade, Felicia Rashad, Donald Rawlings, Questlove, and Angela Bassett. The story follows a middle school music teacher named Joe Gardner, who seeks to reunite his soul and his body after they are accidentally separated. Just before his big break as a jazz musician, Soul is the first Pixar film to feature an African-American protagonist. Docter began developing the film in 2016, working from his contemplations on the origins of human personalities and the concept of determinism. He co-wrote the screenplay with Mike Jones and Powers. The film's producers consulted various jazz musicians including Herbie Hancock and Terry Lyne Carrington and animated its musical sequences using the sessions of musician John Batista as reference. Apart from Batista's original jazz compositions, musicians Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross also composed the film's score. Soul premiered at the London Film Festival on October 11, 2020. It was set to be theatrically released on November 20th. However, the feature was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, with Soul being released direct to streaming on Disney Plus on December 25th, and in theaters in countries without the streaming service. It became the first feature-length film from Pixar not to be given a wide theatrical release and the first to be billed as a Disney Plus original. The film received highly positive reviews from critics, with praise for its animation, story, voice acting, and musical score. It has received multiple awards and nominations. At the 93rd Academy Awards, the film was nominated in 3 categories, winning Best Animated Feature and Best Original Score. The film also won Best Animated Film and Best Original Score at the Golden Globe Awards, BAFTA Awards, Critics' Choice Awards, and Annie Awards. What happens in the film? Joe Gardner, a pianist and middle school music teacher living in New York City, dreams of playing jazz professionally. His mother Libba insists that he make his teaching job full-time, fearing for his financial security. One day, Joe learns of an opening in the band of jazz legend Dorothea Williams and auditions at a music club. Impressed with Joe's piano playing, Dorothea hires him for that night's show. As Joe heads off, his excitement distracts him, and he falls down a manhole. Joe finds himself as a soul heading into the great beyond. Unwilling to die, he tries to escape but ends up in the great before, where counselors, all named Jerry, prepare unborn souls for life with the help of mentor souls. Each soul has a badge that grants passage to Earth once it is completely filled out with personality traits. Mistaken for a mentor, Joe is assigned to train 22, a cynical soul who has always lived in the great before and desires avoiding Earth. Discovering that Joe is in a coma at a hospital, 22 agrees to let him help find her spark to complete her badge, and then give it to him so that he can return home. After Joe fails to find 22 a passion, they visit the Zone, a place that souls can enter when their passions create a euphoric trance, but which can also become a trap for obsessed lost souls. They come across Moonwind, the captain of a galleon bearing a troop of hippie mystics, who help Joe locate his body on Earth. Joe returns to Earth but accidentally carries 22, resulting in the 2 souls respectively entering the bodies of a therapy cat and Joe himself. They find Moonwind, who agrees to meet them later at the jazz club to restore Joe to his body. In the meantime, 22 settles into Joe's body and enjoys small moments while interacting with Joe's peers. She holds poignant conversations with Connie, a student who wants to quit the school band but changes her mind after performing a trombone solo. Des, who wanted to become a veterinarian but now enjoys being a barber. And Libba, who accepts Joe's passion for music. Meanwhile, Terry, an obsessive accountant who tallies souls headed to the great beyond, discovers that Joe is missing and heads to Earth in order to send him to the great beyond and restore the count. As the day ends, Joe and 22 rendezvous with Moonwind, but after Joe tells 22 that her experiences were not purposes, 22 flees with Joe tailing behind to find her spark. Terry notices them running into a subway station and brings both backs to the great before. 22 realizes her badge is filled out, yet Joe insists it was because of his traits, and that she has not truly found her spark. 22 angrily tosses the badge at him and disappears into the Zone. A Jerry informs Joe that a spark is not a soul's purpose in life, but only an indication that it is ready to live. Refusing to believe this statement, Joe uses 22's badge to return to Earth. The night's show is a success, but Joe is not as satisfied as he imagined he would be and realizes that his life has not significantly changed even after fulfilling his dream. Looking at objects that 22 collected while in his body, and recalling the moments they had enjoyed together, he sees that these experiences have given 22 her spark. By playing piano, he enters the zone with the intent to return her badge, but discovers that she has become a lost soul. He chases her down and shows her a maple seed she had collected to remind her of the time she spent on Earth, restoring her to normal. Joe returns the badge and escorts 22 out of the Great Before for her journey to Earth. As Joe prepares to enter the Great Beyond, Jerry stops him and offers another chance at life in gratitude for finally inspiring 22 to live. Joe returns to his body on Earth and starts the next day committed to enjoying his entire life.